Former journalists are calling out Arizona politicians during midterm election races for, quote, attacking and scapegoating the media for political gain. Mikenzie Hammel talked with reporters to find out why they say this time is different than any other point in history.
We are facing unprecedented threats against a free press right now.
On the streets outside ASU's Cronkite School of Journalism, former journalists spoke out about their worries that politicians are undermining the freedom of the press, particularly Arizona candidates. They say it's become increasingly harder to be a reporter due to the attacks on the profession.
We are just people. We go to your churches, we go to your grocery stores, we have children at your school. We are children of people. We are brothers and sisters. We don't deserve this.
Some recent examples of attacks on the press include a Blake Masters tweet calling the media malicious and mentally ill, and Carrie Lake referring to journalists as evil in her campaign for governor.
The media is the virus.
The former journalists say they are not only worried about themselves, but for democracy as a whole.
This is how they do it in Russia, in Cuba, where my family's from. The assault on democracy is twofold: undermine journalists and weaken our elections.
In the past, political figures, including those in the Democratic Party, have also publicly criticized the media. The Obama administration said it would deal with the press the way it would an opponent. And in Hillary Clinton's 2017 memoir, she writes, "I was tempted to make voodoo dolls of certain members of the press and stick them full of pins." But defaming remarks about journalists date all the way back to our founding fathers. Thomas Jefferson is quoted as saying, "Nothing can now be believed which is seen in the newspaper," that a man who never looks into a newspaper is better informed than he who reads them. And there's Richard Nixon. He was one of the president's most critical of the press.
The press is the enemy. The press is the enemy. The press is the enemy.
But the group says this time is different because the attacks are institutionalized and the threats feel real.
If we are not vigilant when we go vote in this state and around the country, then we will live to regret it.
Former reporters say this isn't a formal group or political movement, but simply a call to action. No other events are scheduled at this time.